we'll just
Welcome to the Weasel. Welcome to the Weasel. Whip out your dicks and shove them in your ass. Welcome to the Weasel with Mike and
people
Jonah.
that they have like their emotional intelligence or emotional capacity is greatly reduced. Or somebody that's on antidepressants, as well as that's a good example. Somebody that's feelings have been tamped down chemically, right?
hmm I think
And
that I worry about that sometimes in the
yeah,
sense of like that's kind of what a sociopath is, like someone that
yeah,
like just doesn't like feels feelings but maybe not to the same, it doesn't impact them as much, yada 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 is kind of my understanding of what a sociopath is. And like not that that's what you're going for with like meditation and mindfulness stuff, like
no,
you're just trying to take a step back and not
yeah,
be consumed by your emotions, but by doing so you kind of put yourself in this like observist analytical mindset, looking at yourself feeling something. And
yeah.
like I think that's pretty far from sociopath, but like it is odd when you're actually able to do it.
Yeah, I think it's odd is a good word. It feels weird, right? Because it does feel like you're tickling over the other direction. You're like tiptoeing across the line just a little bit, and you start to, at least in my experience, like there's been times where I've felt like, oh shit, am I? Do I not feel anything? Because I've felt that before, with depression and stuff at a much younger age. Like you have that feeling of like you're just you just don't feel anything, and you almost wish you could just feel sad, right?
Mm.
Um,
You,
and
are you
I'm
saying
not saying
you just like numbed out kind of thing? Like
yeah,
you felt
yeah.
so much that you got like overloaded, or
I think that's the best way to describe it. Yeah, would be that I probably just was so upset or whatever. Maybe I was that was my coping mechanism for not wanting to deal with the way I felt at the time. I was a teenager, so fucking shit was popping off inside my brain and my body and home
shit's
life and stuff.
emotional.
So whatever, but shit's emotional, bro. But like I know what you mean. Where when you do kind of get to a point in meditation, sometimes where you feel that, and it feels weird because it feels like you're catching just the back whiff of it as it goes past, and you're kind of like, oh fuck, I don't want to feel nothing because I remember how that felt feeling nothing, and it sucks. But that's not what you're trying to achieve at all. So you're right. It is just like it's like a step back, and I guess maybe
Ooh.
that's kind of where that guilt could come from. Is that if I'm not feeling the full emotion, which I kind of feel like I'm not when I'm in that point where I'm just looking at it, um,
You
then
feel
I feel
guilty
guilty
for
for not
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 for
feeling the
not
emotion. Right? Does
as
that make sense?
fully or as like intensely as you think you're supposed to,
Yeah, I guess so.
or like
Yeah.
or what you think is expected of you to feel, so in like
Mm.
a from a societal standpoint.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess maybe that's a good way of putting it too. I mean, I'm sure like both of those things, like both of those factors,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise I wouldn't understand where that feeling of guilt would come from, right? Where
Yeah.
you feel guilty for not feeling enough of an emotion or the emotion that you're supposed to or whatever. So I mean, I guess
Mm,
societally or socioculturally as well, depending on where you grew
yeah.
up, where you come from, the kind of stuff you've experienced in your life, your traumas and past and presents and stuff. So
I don't know, man. Uh, I think some people might judge you for that. Like, oh, here's this sad news, or here's this happy news, and like, Mike is not reacting to the proper level of emotion that I think he should. Like, go fuck yourself.
yeah,
Who cares, dude?
right. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter ultimately.
No,
And really, I couldn't give a fuck what those people think anyway. You know what I mean? And
no.
nobody ever voices it to me regardless. So even if they did, I probably wouldn't give a fuck.
Well,
But they
I mean,
don't,
most
so I don't even
people.
know if it's happening.
Well, dude, most people aren't even thinking about you.
No, No, that's
At the end of the
exactly
day,
right.
man,
Yeah.
this I heard this on a podcast once, but I think it's so true that that the second you walk out of a room, nobody's really fucking thinking about you at that point.
Mm.
Like it's like you all of a sudden you boop, you're not, you don't exist in their minds anymore. But in our own heads, we put this like concept map of like, oh, okay, what's this person think of me, or how do they talk about me when I'm not around? And the fact of the matter is, the second you walk out of a room, most people forget you fucking exist.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's nice, personally. I think it kind of takes some of the pressure off of like trying to like impress people
Yeah.
or like, I don't know, just caring so deeply about what they think of you to imagine a world where they actually don't think about you at all, and not in like a mean way, just it does. They got their own shit they're thinking about. They're thinking about who's thinking about them. You know?
Yeah. Well, you're right. Yeah, like just thinking about like what everybody's saying about them behind their backs when they leave the room. They haven't even realized yet. They haven't woke up. Stay awoke.
Time to wake up, dude.
Time to wake up. There's this. Oh, sorry, dude.
I was just gonna backtrack a bit, and I was gonna mention that like in the way that you're talking about sadness, but I think I'm that way about like exciting things. We were talking a little bit about the dog earlier that I'm getting, but like when I get a gift or when I get, I don't know, something good happens to me, I don't like overflow with like joy or emotion. Like I don't know. I think I stay a bit even keel.
Yeah.
About some things. Like, yeah, like I'm like, oh, cool. Whereas I think some people fucking crank it up to 11, and that's kind of the expected, especially when like you're getting a gift, let's say.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to be like so over the top happy about whatever the fuck comes out of that box, you know?
Yeah.
When I'm
Good,
like,
bad, ugly, doesn't matter.
yeah, and I'm like, another thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is a cool thing. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
I just wanted to finish that thought.
Yeah, I think we're kind of similar in that respect. As I hate getting gifts, dude. I don't mind giving gifts, but I hate getting gifts. Can't stand
Is it for that reason?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. See, it feels right. You know, it feels right. I'm not sure.
That like you're like, fuck, I don't want to have to put on my pretend face to show them how excited I am, even if I am actually excited.
Yeah. I mean, because I do feel excited about whatever it is. I really enjoy getting things. I suppose I enjoy getting them, but you know, it's not like I'm not like fucking like I'm interested. Yeah, fucking. Oh, this is really cool. Cause it's kind of interesting and stuff. But that's not the reaction they want. Nobody wants to give you a gift and hear, "Oh, that's really interesting,"
or
you know,
or be like, "Oh, thanks, okay,
yeah, oh, thank you, cheers."
yeah."
Put it down. Open the next one.
Well, and like I just try to not be so like materialistic as well. So I think particularly with gift receiving, I'm just like, yeah, like I want to be appreciative, but I'm also like, you know how much shit I have? I have so much shit. I got a whole fucking house full of shit.
Yeah.
I don't need more shit. You know?
Shit you don't even look at, dude. Haven't seen in months.
Got tons of shit. I don't even know. I don't even fucking know about it. You know?
Yeah.
Never thought about it. The second I got it, never looked at it again.
Yeah. Just shit everywhere.
It's just got shit, man. And dude, and like, thank God I'm not a hoarder, because I feel like that's the opposite of this. And probably my aunt was in town, so I've been thinking a lot more about like my family stuff. But hoarding definitely runs in my family, and I think I've I've taken such a aggressive stance the other way that I'm like super minimalist.
Yeah.
And like I still have a lot of shit, dude. I can't imagine someone that likes having shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because Janie's a bit of a knickknacker, isn't she?
Yeah,
She
she's
loves
not
a
that
good
bad.
knick-knack.
She's not that bad, but
Uh,
more than me.
how is your aunt doing?
She's good.
Did
Yeah,
that, yeah.
yeah. She was out here for work, and she stayed the night with us, and so we got to host her, which was
Cool.
good, dude. She's the first family member to come see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
No, that's awesome.
especially come stay and check out my house and shit.
Mm.
Which I realized yesterday. I really enjoy showing off my home, dude. Like a little to like almost a gross amount.
Yeah.
I kind of realized it as I was like giving a tour, and I was like, damn. Like I'm like these are the moments of why I like slave away with like detail oriented painting of whatever the fuck in my house, or like upgrading this or that, or fucking making sure this or that looks good and finished.
Yeah.
That I've spent hours and hours and hours on, and like I do it for me as well, right? But also I'm just like, hell yeah, you at my house, you're gonna get a tour. You never been here before? You're gonna get a tour, because I need you to tell me
How
what
nice it
a
looks.
what a
Give
nice home I
me
have.
Validation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Validation, please.
Yeah,
In
no,
my hand.
yeah, this guy did just that. He was just like, "Hey, dude, beautiful home you have," and I was like, "Thank you, man. We do it for this moment, right now." You saying that to me, so thank you.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, like the to have so much time and effort and energy and pride driven into something, especially such a long-term project, right? Because it's a never-ending project. Your house, it's just this, that, the other thing, whatever it is. It's just continuous, right? But to have like get those little like slivers of like, hey man, good job, dude. Oh fuck, man, thank you, dude. Fucking cheers.
Did you?
Making me cream my pants.
You know what I realized, dude, and just kind of just like that, like the second you leave a room, everybody forgets you exist. Nobody's gonna care about how your house looks or functions nearly as much as you do.
No.
I've realized, and I'm like, oh fuck, I've spent.
Yeah, they don't
so
notice
much time.
they don't notice a little bit of paint mist on the underside of the railing, dude.
No,
No,
they don't.
And those people, we hate those people, right? Because those are the people that are like, it looks like the corner of your windows don't really necessarily align with the corner of your doors.
Oh, dude, I think I'm those people.
Yeah, are you?
Well, dude, unfortunately,
like you, bro.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I think it's just because I have that carpenter's eye, now.
Yeah,
because like I did that work for so long. Like I like recognize like when something's off or like a little like didn't put the detail work in to something.
Do you find it kind of like a feeling? You walk into the room and you can just feel that it's off somewhere before you see it and not consciously know what it is?
No, I don't know, man. Just before I even realize what the fuck's happening, my eyes have like locked on to like.
That's what I mean. It's like
that grout's a little. That grout's a little miscolored. Don't know who fucked that up.
Right? Yeah.
Not well maintained. Not well maintained. Guess he didn't seal that.
Nah. Silicone's ripping up off the back of the sink there a little bit.
Yeah, dude. I just can't stop being a fuck in my own head, dude.
Oh, this fucking loser didn't even fucking paint the underside of his cabinets. What a dickhead, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most people hate people like you. Don't
Rightfully
come into my
so.
house, bro. Do not come to my house.
No, bro, you
You
got
will
2
lose
fridges.
your
Ew.
shit, bro. Dude, I do not
Ew.
understand. See, in Australia, having 2 fridges is a sign of wealth.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Similar
it's
to having
not.
a pool. Yes, it is. Australia having
It's
2 fridges is a sign
it
of
is
wealth, dude.
not similar to a pool.
It is. It is similar
No,
to a
it's
pool, dude. It is, dude.
okay.
If
How?
you've
Tell
got a
me.
if you've got a beer fridge, bro, that means you've got a fucking enough expendable income that you can power an entire other fridge in this fucking economy. All right? Similar to a
You're
pool.
right. You're right. In the fucking like heat wave hellhole that is
Yes.
Queensland.
Satan's fucking armpit mites armpit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking hot, dude. It's fucking hot here all the fucking time, dude. You know what the temperature
Damn,
is
dude.
today? The temperature, the low for last night. So at like fucking, like in 3 o'clock in the morning when I got up, it was the same temperature. No, it was 2 degrees warmer than it was in Denver today at noon. Right? And this is wintertime.
You just blew my
This is-
mind. Yeah.
This is wintertime, right? In the middle of the night, dude. Like a fucking early morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. It was the same temperature here as Denver was in the afternoon. It is so fucking hot here, and it's cold in Denver. I don't know if people know this, but Denver's a cold fucking place. All right. So yeah, dude, it's
I get
we're
it.
fucking-
You,
we don't
dude,
get that cold.
you're just spitting. You're like, look how much fucking money I have with
Yeah,
my
look at- like,
with
dude,
my
dude,
operational second beer fridge.
I've got a whole second fridge, and you enjoy them at the same times as well, right? Hot day, which it is here all the fucking time. You want a cold drink, dude. Sometimes you want to go to a dip in a pool, bro. Hey, if you've got an ice bucket, well, you've got a second freezer just chock full of ice, dude. Mint. Easy peasy.
I'm not seeing it as the same as a pool, but we'll move on.
Yeah, all right. Well, all I'm saying is don't come to my house because you'll lose your mind, dude. We've got so many uneven corners and stuff. That's kind of what broke me out of that. Was that when we first moved in, that was the first thing I looked at. Was like, oh fuck, these tiles not straight at all. These are fucked. You know, fucking the walls, dude, and the mirror in the spare bathroom. It's fucking one of those fucking just flat ones. They silicone to the wall, dude. And I think they put the mirror up before they put in the cabinet with the sink, right? Because it's got like a fucking wonky gap on it, dude. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know who puts in a fucking sink or a mirror before a sink anyway. But you know, who am I to say? I'm just a driver.
I mean, keep in mind, dude. Like I grew up in squalor.
Yeah.
You know, so like shit was not good in my home, and I didn't care at all.
No.
I didn't care a single bit. Like growing up with it. I mean, like I cared somewhat, and I was just like, oh, this looks like shit, but it didn't like impact my day. You know, I just kept living there and kept living my life there. And I had people over all the time. You know, no one complimented my home.
No.
I'll tell you that.
Did people talk shit about your home though?
No, not that either. So
Perfect.
I don't know, man.
I think you've just proven us right, dude. Kind of on that minimalistic versus like materialistic. It kind of does tie in with that idea of the staring at the wall thing that we were talking about the other day.
Oh yeah.
This is a terrible segue into that, but it does kind of marry into it a little bit because the whole idea of the stare at the wall thing is to just stare at a wall for an hour, right? And you have no other you're not listening to music, you're not listening to meditations, you're not sleeping, you're not closing your eyes, you're just looking at the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah,
like
no phone by you.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. It's just it's like going for a complete minimalistic aspect to existing for an hour, right? You were just there with the wall.
What's weird is that, like, for most of our species' existence, we were just kind of by ourselves, out running around, maybe hunting. Maybe you have some people with you, but like there was no phone, dude. You were just kind of you in your mind constantly all the time. But now, dude, I feel like so many people. I mean, myself included, right? I'll put myself in this category of like they try to avoid even a single like few minutes of like just you in your mind, nothing to do, nothing to distract you, nothing to focus your attention on, just you and you, dude. And I think that like we've gotten to a point where like this exercise is like almost necessary, dude, for like maintenance. But I haven't done it. I really want to try it, actually, and I figured that we could try it together, and then report back next week. So like at some point this week, you and I, buddy, will stare at a wall for 1 hour. And then just see what happens, dude. I first heard about this listening to Dr. K. He's this guy that I think he's a psychiatrist or therapist, not sure, but he's the one that came up with this exercise, and he said about roughly like a fourth, like 25 to like 30% of the time, people have like major breakdowns.
Oh,
yeah, just because like they fucking can't they've just had their mind fixated on like the second they wake up, they open their phone, they're scrolling on Instagram, they're fucking listening to a podcast, when they go for a run, they're listening to music and listening to a podcast, There's never like a moment of silence to like for your mind to catch up.
Right.
And I think it can be overwhelming. So I'm curious, do you think that you're gonna get overwhelmed, dude?
Probably, perhaps. I think I may perhaps become very overwhelmed.
Really?
Probably, yeah. Sure. Hope so.
Do you think you're one of those people that's kind of like you have to not have to, but like you feel more at ease when like your mind, like your hands or your mind is busy?
Oh, dude, my
busy
hands
busy
need to be busy, son. Dude, I have a hard time just sitting there, which is why meditation has been difficult for me over the last few years. But I am also one of those people that fucking feels so much more at ease with a little bit of music, not even in my ears, just in the background somewhere, But I don't think I'm gonna have a mental breakdown or an emotional breakdown. I think I'm at a point where it's easier for me to I don't compartmentalize what I'm thinking about. It's probably a weird word. More like just kind of drift those things into different categories. I think we used that metaphor ages ago for meditation. You feel like you imagine yourself or visualize drifting in a pool, weightless, right? And your thoughts are like coming up to you. And you're like, oh, that's a thought about fucking such and such. Well, I'm just going to that over to that side. That's the side where I have intrusive thoughts, And this one's thought about fucking money. I'm just going to stick that over there. I'm just floating for a little bit, I think I've been doing that long enough that maybe it'll be okay. But what I'm curious about, right, is the reports that people having like psychedelic experiences when they do it. Right? Have you heard any of those?
No.
So like, typically, usually you look at like a white wall, right? You don't have anything, just a blank white wall, right? Nothing to fixate on, look at, or whatever. And oh shit,
Do you know what wall you're gonna use in your house?
I think so. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna get my beanbag. I'm gonna put it in the bedroom because alongside the bed we've got just a big blank wall, and I think I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna have the beanbag, and I'm just gonna fucking sit back and just like all I can see is wall. Right? I'm gonna be really close to it. I'm not gonna be able to see anything out the corner of my eyes. Just wall. Um, because I want to see what kind of. I just want to see what kind of shit I see, dude. I think because there's been reports of people doing the experience exercise, whatever it's called, and as their minds start to become accustomed and more directed to the experience, what they see on the wall isn't just a wall anymore, right? It's like they start having it's like when you have a daydream, you actually see the daydream, but obviously you're looking at whatever it is that's in front of you. You're not closing your eyes. You're
Mm-hmm.
you're imagining or whatever it is, right? But people experience that looking at the wall, right? And some people experience stuff similar to like acid trips or mushroom trips. When you look at something that's flat but has nothing on it, but you can see different textures and stuff a lot better, and then they start morphing into other shit and fucking gets all
Look at you,
weedy.
dude. Look at you. You just want to get high out of this.
What can you
Dude,
imagine? Being
you're
able
not,
to just sit and look at a wall and trip nuts, dude. It's fucking awesome, bro.
dude. I think this exercise is gonna hit you like a brick. Because you're not gonna trip, dude, and you're just gonna fucking sit there with you in your mind,
I'm just gonna sit and start.
and you're like,
bawling my
nothing's
eyes out.
happening, nothing at all is happening, and then you're gonna be like, how long do I have left, and then you're not that you're gonna look at your phone, but you're gonna know, dude, deep down, you're like, I still have 56 minutes
Yeah.
of this
Yeah,
fucking
time
wall.
moves real slow
When you're
nothing
looking
to
at
look
a wall,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. When you're staring at a wall, bro, time moves real slow. It
Fuck,
shit slows
man.
down a bit.
Oh yeah,
How do you
dude.
think? How do you think you're gonna go with it?
I'm
I know how I'm gonna go. How do you think you're gonna
uh
go?
I'm kind of uh maybe a little nervous about it.
Mm.
Not really that like I think it like that I can't do it or like that I'll have a breakdown. I think it's just gonna be difficult, dude.
Hmm.
I think it will be difficult. It's like a muscle that I haven't flexed in a long time because dude, I am the guy that like has my fucking AirPods in. When I go work out, when I go to the grocery store even. I'm a go for a walk, go for a shit. I'm pulling out my phone, you
Yeah.
know. Even though like I've removed a lot of like social media stuff off my phone, like still pull it out. It's like so like making like forcing my mind to just be for that length of time, I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know because like I've done meditations before but for the most part they've been all guided
Yeah.
and not to that duration either. I think
No.
the most I've done is like 20 minutes of meditation, 20 maybe a half hour
Okay.
before. But again, that's like guided with someone being like, "All right, now listen to the sounds.
Hmm.
Now think about blah blah blah," or okay, now focus on your breathing.
Dong, like that, and you hear the little
Oh,
pings.
dude,
And
you almost made me fall asleep, man.
oh
That
shit!
was
Sorry,
great.
bro.
Man,
Fuck
I'm
me.
s- I'm dude, I'm so fucking tired, bro. We did Janie's 30th birthday. Well, Janie and her friend have a birthday around the same time, so we like combined and like hosted at our house last night. Um, which was really cool, dude. But I was pretty much the one doing all the preparations because they were like getting ready,
Yeah, which would have
and
taken
then I
forever.
yeah. So putting up all the decorations, cleaning. I cleaned the entire house. And then they really wanted to throw a dirty martini themed party, which was
Yeah.
cool. Cool, a little weird considering the hosts of the party aren't consuming alcohol, but whatever. And
Who got to make all the drinks, Jonah? Who was your bartender that you
great
hired?
question. Also me. So I was the caterer, I was the janitor, I was the
Wow.
bartender,
And the host.
and the bud tender. I rolled a bunch of I mean not pre rolls, but like I like stuffed them myself with weed. But
Yeah.
I did a bunch of that before. And I was just like people were at the bar and I like made them a drink and then I just if I knew they smoked I just handed them a joint too. And they're like fuck yeah. But
Dude, that sounds like my kind of party, bro. To be honest with you, that
yeah, dude,
sounds fun as fuck.
it was nice, man. But yeah, it was all shaken cocktails with like four or five ingredients. Nobody ordered a whiskey coke, you know. No.
No,
Even a
no.
shot of tequila, they were like, "Can I get this chilled?" And I'm like, "Fuck you."
What, with
Yes.
ice or what? You want me to shake it with some vermouth, dude? Just
No,
drink it
dude,
fucking
that's what you do. You shake it with ice into chilled tequila.
tequila.
Yeah. To like take a shot.
Far out, dude. Are you kidding, dude?
Yeah, dude, people do that.
Just weak as piss. I've never heard of that before. My
I
God.
mean, it's I think it's a nice little it's a nice little treat, but I
If
don't need
it's
it.
if the bottle's in the freezer, perfect. Or the fridge, whatever. I'm not asking some poor cunt to fucking mix my tequila up with some fucking ice and a
Bro.
shaker so I can have it chilled, dude.
Bro,
Kind
I
of
was in the
soft cocks.
weeds. I was in the weeds, son, because like people were like, "Yeah, I'll take a dirty martini," but then we also had non-alcoholic vodka.
Mm,
So like and like I think like 6 or 7 people at the party were also not like were not drinking alcohol, but like
right.
they're like, "Oh, like yeah, like I'll take a dirty martini, but with that other alcohol." So then I was trying to keep track of mixers and like, okay, so I need one fucking with alcohol, one without, and then someone would order a Cosmo. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. All right, now I have to learn how to make a Cosmo. I'm like Googling recipes
Yeah,
as like
right.
everybody's getting here at the same time, dude. Fucking the
Oh,
tickets are
Jonah, so good seeing you. Can we get
yeah, dude. I'm
17
also
Cosmos?
hosting. I'm also hosting and hi, yeah, man, hi, hey,
Yeah.
welcome, hi. Yeah. The tickets are stacking up, bro.
Dude, you put in some fucking work last night, bro. Did you
Yeah.
get any tips?
No.
Damn, dude, nobody even tipped you for like the fucking the
I
bud
just
or nothing.
I just
Just
said
handed
compliment
it
my
out.
home. Just compliments. Just please tell me my drapes look good.
Dude, I'd be fucking having a door fee, bro. You want into this fucking party, dude? $5. Let's go.
I'll take a fiver.
You know?
No, I didn't. But yeah, man, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
But dude, I wanted to get your opinion on
Okay.
this. So apparently, have
Oh,
you ever
wait.
heard of the concept? What?
Can I go pee really fast? Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah, dude.
I want to be. I want to be
I'm
completely present for this.
I'm gonna go refill my coffee too. So we'll take a little
Okay.
break.
Sounds good. We'll be back soon.
Bye. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, we're back.
We're back. So tell me what I think about the concept of
The concept of, or have you ever heard of the concept of the premester?
the premester.
Yes.
Like in terms of pregnancy.
Yes. This
So
is the period of I believe it's 3 to 4 months before you get pregnant.
okay. I've never heard of it, but it makes sense. Are you talking like in terms of like hormone cycles or just how a
Um,
person acts? Maybe you just explain it to me because I think I have an idea about what it is, but I don't think it's lining up very well.
sure. So the premester is a period of time before conception.
Okay.
So before you get that nut in you, right?
Yeah.
That you want to like prepare your body and your I don't know, just like I guess hormones, but like you want to make sure that like you're super. I'm already doing a terrible job.
You're
Like
taking
pretty,
like pregnancy-based vitamin packs and
yeah,
doing specific
yeah.
types of Kegel exercises and stretching.
I think like
And,
prenatal, you're really
yeah,
honing in your diet. You're doing your exercise. You're doing all the right things to make the conception of a child both easier and
mm,
with like greater what's the word, like just
efficacy.
health essentially
Mm,
of your child, like
yeah,
a greater likelihood or like a greater likelihood of like not having complications or problems
right. Yeah.
with the pregnancy itself or the kid
Mm,
themselves. And yeah, me and Jenny have been really hooking in to this concept, and I was like, yeah, great, sounds like a you thing, but turns out,
actually, dude.
dude, turns out there is quite a bit of definitely not as much as a woman, but there are some things to really consider and think about as a man before like conception. One of them being that like our sperm refreshes every I think it's like 3 months or something like that. So like
Yeah.
we get like a whole new all the sperm in our sac turns over, and it's a fresh batch of cum.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So in order to make that cum like the best cum possible, make sure it's not deformed, like it swims real nice.
Hmm.
You want to start taking these fucking vitamins and like the diet, the fucking exercise,
Right.
and turns out smoking both tobacco and cannabis
Okay.
is not
Not great.
great.
Not great for the
So
swimmers, eh?
yeah, and like I've heard that before, and I was like, oh,
Nah,
whatever.
this
Just
bro science, dude.
just like
Fuck
just
it.
like while we're trying, I won't smoke. And
Right.
now come to find out that like
It's
um
three months
to
before you start trying.
well, it's just yeah, because that's when like the full sperm turnover happens, right?
Right.
So I'm like, so now all of a sudden I've been 4 months sober off booze, and I'm about to go into no pot either to try to make sure my nuts have optimal cum.
Right. Okay. I do have a question about the cum nuts, nut cum.
Yes, go on.
So the 3 months, right? Does it so like if you stop smoking weed now, is it 3 months from now, or is there a cycle where it starts over? So like, are you halfway through the cycle and then you can stop
I,
and it's
I
still fresh?
I kind of understood it both ways. Like it's a bit of both. Yeah.
Okay. I'd be curious to find out, like, because it's interesting that it's 3 months, right? Because that's around the hormone cycle for a guy anyway is three
Hmm.
months, right? That's when people like men that there was a study I read like 2 months ago about it. There's just a bunch of men involved in like therapist study where they're talking about their emotions and working through a bunch of stuff, but their cycle that you have this like you have these like mini peaks and troughs as far as like your emotional level and stuff, but they
Mm-hmm.
found that actually it goes up like this, and you have like a 3 month. There's a couple of big ones in the middle of that, and then every 6 months it's like it makes up an even bigger one as well. Very strange. But
Interesting.
yeah. So it is interesting that the 3 months thing is how long it takes for your nut to reform.
Yeah. So
I wonder where
yeah,
it
dude.
starts because women's periods varies, right? Like sometimes they'll start their period late or early. It's almost never like it's. Oh, dude, maybe it's on a. It's hard to say. I don't know. Does Janie's period? No. I'll talk about my own wife's period. How's that? Like I think Kira Lee usually starts hers in like the middle of the week, but sometimes it's like on a Sunday instead of a Monday. But
I don't
obviously
fucking know any of
we
that
measure
shit,
time
dude.
a little bit different than the rest of
I think
nature.
I think
So.
I think it's longer than a month. Like a month doesn't actually correlate with like a perfect hormone cycle for a woman.
Right.
I think
No.
it's like 35 days or something. So like
Something like that.
when they get, it's always going to change throughout the month.
Yeah.
Throughout as the months go by. But um,
So I wonder where we sit as well. Then maybe we should look into the. I'm not.
you want to know where you're at in your hormone cycle right now? You mean?
I mean, it'd be kind of interesting to know. You
Yeah,
know,
it
like,
would be, dude. You start being a
'cause,
bit
I
of
mean,
a prick, or you know,
like,
you
yeah.
get a little emotional. You're like, oh, I'm just on my high cycle right now.
Right. Well, I mean, women know that. Like, I mean, that's how women are with theirs. It's like, oh, fucking, I'm feeling really shitty or grumpy.
Really
I'm out,
emotional,
fucking
yeah.
the period's on its way. And
Yeah,
soon
dude,
my uterus is gonna be fucking spewing chunks and
dude. At least they get like a physical, like marker of what's going on in their bodies. That's nice to know.
well,
Another score for women. Am I right?
thinking about it though, dude. If your sperm turns over every 3 months,
Okay.
right? But you're not doing things like watching porn, jerking off, or jerking off a lot, whatever. Your sperm builds up more, right? So do you think the physical marker for men is like every month and a half or every 3 months? You start like if you like stay strong, don't jerk off at all, even. Say, what if your physical marker is in your sleep you have just these mad dumps of nut. You have like these
You
crazy sex dreams.
dump that nut. Yeah.
Yeah, because your body's got to replace it, right?
I don't know, dude. But like I kind of thought that like whenever you nut, that's the cycle, And then the tanks deplete and then they refill.
Yeah.
But I don't know what this like. I mean, maybe you keep some in there, dude, or maybe something about the mechanism that makes the sperm, the levels change in it or something every 3 months. I don't know.
I've heard
dude.
of
All I know.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All I know is that I'm supposed to stop smoking pot like this week. So
Oh, this week. Oh, fuck sakes.
yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck, man.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate. Well, and I am getting on. I'm doing like my own version of like hormone optimization and like taking this stuff this fertility doctor like recommended from like a male perspective to take. Trying to I ordered that stuff to boost my testosterone.
Is that
It was like that. I forget. It's the fucking. It starts with a T, I think. Some kind of like
TR?
herb. No.
Oh,
not TRT.
Tonkat Ali.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered that, so like I'm really gonna focus on trying to get like my nut optimal. I want just all Olympic athletes.
Yeah.
I want 1 trillion Olympic athletes swimming around in my nuts.
And hopefully the best one of those
3
gets
months from
through.
now.
Even if it's not the best one of those, it's still an Olympic athlete. So
Still pretty good,
what if they're
See,
an
man,
athlete? Will you still
See, man,
love
what
them
I
the same
don't
way?
want, no, but what I don't want is fucking problems, man. And I feel like no matter what, man, like there's always a chance of something going wrong in pregnancy, and you know your kid comes out with Downs, or just some kind of I don't. It almost sounds like callous to say, but like just some kind of like deficiency or something like that. That I'm like, okay, can do more in this, you know, preconception period, just to try to prevent as many problems or potential problems as possible. Like, I should be doing that. You know.
I agree with you. I think that's something that more people need to do, and that's not to say that, because very easily that could be construed as we don't want people to have kids with autism or Down syndrome or whatever. Because once you start leaning towards that, then you start getting into this weird conversation about eugenics and CRISPR and like what's the moral stance on changing your child's DNA, while they're in the womb and stuff like that. But I think like
I mean, we can get there for sure. But
I think taking precautions to be healthier anyway, because that's what this stuff is going to do. Is going to make you feel healthier and make your body healthier. And to be honest, I think most guys, and obviously this is debatable, but most guys have hormones that are out of whack in some way, some sense or another. Whether they're the high testosterone, their testosterone is low, or other shit going on. And I think getting on like Tonkat, Cordyceps, Shilajit, combinations of those things, or just them by themselves, I think having a go at those can only ever benefit you, especially if you're doing some like prenatal stuff, which I think is a good idea. I think that kind of stuff should be more, because I'd never heard of it in that sense, although we get hit with so many ads for fucking prenatal vitamins and stuff for like Curely. We're not having kids, but like the computer still tells us that we should.
Oh,
so,
I mean probably because you've just been like all of your schoolwork is like child
kids.
development, blah blah blah. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they're like, all right, we need to get these motherfuckers. Yeah. No, yeah, she definitely has a lot more as far as like things that she could take or supplements or what she needs to be doing, because like she's the one that obviously like holds a child for 9 months. But yeah, I'm like, all right, let me just do everything. Let me try to do everything I can too. And like, I guess, I don't know if I told you this, but I got my T tested.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
You did. You said you got tested. You hadn't got the results back yet.
Oh yeah, I did. And like, it's kind of weird, man. So like the range for testosterone is like pretty much 0 to like about 1,000. It's more than that, but like just for the simplicity's sake, I'll say 1,000. And like anywhere from 300 to 1,000 is considered like the green zone of like, hey, you're like on a lab test, like you're good.
Yeah.
Like there's not a problem here.
Okay.
And then mine was like, I think mine was like 380 or something like that, or 400. So like on the low side of that green zone,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I was like, fuck. I was like, do I need to? I was like, do I have? Is that considered low, or is that? Or like, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? Like, it seems like I should try to get that number as high as possible. So,
Right.
especially if I'm about to be, making primo nut.
Yeah. Well, if you want to make it as high as possible, dude, get on some fucking steroids. Do some TRT. That'll boost that shit up, and then you can
doesn't.
pop out some little Olympics. Does it
It's
not?
actually,
it replaces it, doesn't it?
Replaces it actually
but
works
doesn't-
against you. Yeah, it
Yeah, 'cause
can
it prevents the receptors, doesn't it, from actually receiving the? Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's one reason why I have a friend of mine that's been thinking about doing TRT, but like doesn't want to because they also want kids at some point.
Right.
And they're like, he's like,
Okay.
like I'm gonna do the kid thing first before I do TRT. because like I guess it is known to like fuck it up in some way or like lower your sperm count.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense where the whole small nuts thing comes from. The small nuts.
I guess so.
People on
Does it actually make your nuts smaller? Because
Makes
I
your
could
nuts
I could
smaller,
use
though.
some of that.
I don't think it shrinks your nuts. I think it just makes the nut shrink.
Right. No, I need a nut reduction surgery. Like I'm fucking all sack, son.
I can do that for you, bro. I can definitely do that for you.
You're gonna reduce my nuts?
Sure. Yeah.
How you gonna do
Take
it?
care of it. Don't stress about it, dude. We'll put you on it. You don't have to worry about it.
You just bite my nut in half.
Like a dog just whipping it back and forth.
Yeah. And then you stitch me up real nice.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that with my teeth, too. No hands.
Yeah. Just pull 'em.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I am curious to have you so with like the stuff like the Tonkat, is it like a powder you taking in it or is it a capsule or
I haven't got it yet. I just ordered it.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be like a capsule or like a pill or I'm thinking capsule.
It'll be a capsule probably, most likely. Tonkat's really bitter. So it's really bitter. I was gonna say, I would, if I was you, I'd probably look into getting some Shilajit as well and trying both of those at the same time. Because
I
I've
forget
been using
what's all in this. I ordered from Momentous Supplements. It's like the sponsor of this podcast I listen to. And like it's like Tomcat and then another one, but I can't remember the name of it.
okay.
But this guy said that he was able to raise his testosterone to like over 1,000 via these supplements. So I mean, he's probably doing all kinds of other shit, but
lion's mane and fucking
yeah.
heaves. Yeah, there's all sorts of different like mushrooms and stuff too that have these similar or same effects as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can say from experience, like the Shilajit and the Tonkat definitely fucking make you feel more virile. You know, if they make you horny is what I'm trying to say.
I was like, what do you mean by virile, dude?
You'll feel quite horny from it, but you also have a bunch more energy as well, which is cool. I found it was cool anyway. So
yeah, and I mean, to be honest, I don't think that I've like lost a step, you know, or like feel like I've lost a step. Like, yeah, I'm tired sometimes, but I also do a bunch of shit all the time.
yeah.
So like that kind of makes sense. Like I don't think I've had times where I'm like, whoa, I'm so tired and I haven't done anything, you know. That like, there's not a reason for my tiredness.
I wonder if the threshold has changed over the years. Right, because generally, I think men's testosterone has gone down. Right, like that's the whole argument about that one gal's theory about the taints shrinking and all that. Right, is that like testosterone's going down in mammals or animals?
Yeah,
so I wonder if
sperm count and testosterone goes down.
So,
I think
have they been moving the threshold as well? Like, oh yeah, 1,000 to 600 used to be what it was, and now it's like 1,000 and between 1,000 and 400, and then so on and so forth. Now
yeah, that's interesting you say that. That is something that this fertility doctor was talking about. That men even like 50 years ago, that were considered infertile would now be considered fertile.
Right.
Yeah, because they did move it to kind of like, oh fuck, we're losing a lot of dudes by telling them they're and like she also said that largely in the term infertility or like you're infertile is largely for like insurance purposes, and it doesn't actually mean that you're infertile. Like infertile would mean you're sterile.
Yeah.
Infertile could just refer to like you have really a low sperm count. Not impossible, but like you need to do try all these fucking things to optimize your nut.
Right.
to make your chances of conception better. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of odd in that, like, we know people that have had problems conceiving. Like, we're trying for years. It took them, like, multiple years to have a kid. And I mean, I feel like just no one ever, like, you never think it's gonna be you. And like Janie's even said that. But she's like, no, I feel like we'll get, the second we try, we'll get pregnant. And I was like, fucking, I'm not even a superstitious guy, but I was like, what are you doing? I was like, why? I was like, don't fucking say that shit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not going to happen.
Damn, don't fucking say that. Damn.
God damn it. No, that's all right. First time, you guys, it's going to be 3 triplet girls for sure.
I take it, bro. Fuck it.
That's what I hope for you. I think you'll have a happy life. 3 Olympians, well, 2 Olympians and 1 mathlete. Yeah, I think you guys that'll be a happy, fun household full of angry, screaming women. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, bro. Cheers to the pre-mester.
Cheers to the pre-mester, dude. I feel for you. So is today your last day?
Nah. I'm gonna give it till the end of the month. We have like a week and a half left in the month as we're filming this.
Okay,
so, yeah, I'll give it to the end of the month.
Yeah, get to the end of the month, you're like, we're not really ready yet, are we? Hey.
Oh, I just saw that it says we have 2 participants and 1 person in the audience. Did you notice that?
Oh.
I can't see if anybody's in the audience, though.
Who's watching this? Nobody should be watching this. I don't know how to look.
I don't know. I just clicked down on the top right. It just says 2 and then 1 in audience.
How do I? We don't have a lobby. There's no.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just one of us that's also. It's saying that one of us is also in the audience.
Must be. Must be, because I don't see anybody else on here. No, there's message all participants. Who's the participants though? Let me see. It must be me, dude. It just says Jonah and 1 in audience. That's fucking bizarre, dude.
I don't know. Maybe someone's in. Hey.
Someone's watching. Hey, dude. How's it going? Whoever you are watching this, hope you're having a blast.
There's a fucking.
Listen to us talk about nuts.
There's a ghost in the machine, dude. Sorry. Do you have a question?
I did. I think it was about your nut again, but we don't have to talk about it. Tell me before we go, dude. I want to know what you guys thought of the Fallout series so far. How far are you guys?
We're like, I think we're like 5 episodes in, dude. We've been moving on it. We've been moving on it. Janie actually she was like the first 2 nights we were watching it, she had like nightmares.
Really?
And I was like, we can stop fucking watching it, if you want.
It's an intense show, man. It's very intense.
It's kind of intense, but I really like it in the sense of it's like there's like a and Fallout does this really well in the games as well, of kind of having like a humor built into the gore and the, I don't know, just like the fucked up shit going on. There's like a humor built into it.
Yeah.
That I really like about the show that they captured well. But yeah, she like, I told her that she's never played the game before, and I was like, yeah, I played the game. So I was explaining some of the things to her conceptually. And she just kept asking like who people were, and I was like, no, honey, like I played the game as other characters. I don't know this plot. She's like, oh, okay. And she would just ask me again, and I'm like, honey,
who's that?
I don't know. I can tell you what a pit boy is, but I can't fucking, I don't know what's going on either,
Yeah.
But I think she hasn't been enjoying it, and so have I. I just keep thinking about the fucking the power suit, dude. if you and like I'm not gonna give any spoilers to the show if anybody plans on watching it, but I just remember when I was playing the game, bro, the power suits were so annoying, and it's in the show, this the character that's using the suit is just constantly fucked around by this suit, and I was like, yes, that's how it was in the game, dude. You're just constantly running out of fucking power cores and having to find new ones, and then it just stops, and then you just get out and you get killed, just so easy. When before you could just rip through a fucking bandit hideout.
Right? Yeah. You're doing all good, and now you're getting your ass handed to you. Oh yeah, nah, you're right. Spoilers. I was going to say something that I really enjoyed about it, but I'm not going to. Yeah. So what did you think of how they set the tension at the very beginning, like the first episode?
Like the what do you mean? Like the bombs going off, or like explain?
No, although that whole explanation of the guy's life before the war was really interesting and hard hitting. I thought it was really good. But,
yeah.
I mean, like in the vault itself. What did you think of how the tension was set up?
I liked it, dude. I think the show does a really good job of like merging these worlds of like, hey, this is what it's like in the vault, and then you go on the surface, or like it gives you the experience of somebody on the surface, and it's just like so different, and like the culture clashes of like people that have lived underground for fucking 200 years to the people that have been in the shit for 200 years. It's cool.
I thought they did a really
did it say my
job.
internet was trying to reconnect?
Dude, mine as well, and I wonder if it's because some asshole's watching this fucking video. We'll stop recording. How's that?
We'll stop it.
We'll chat about Fallout together after this. Whoever the audience member is, fuck you. Or maybe we love you. I don't know.
Or love you. Not sure.
Or love you. Fuck you works for both anyway.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Love you, dude. I will talk to you soon. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, bud.